Yes, hello, it's GFX, and I have this watch list that I would like to share it with you. And before I start, if you're new to this channel, please don't hesitate to follow, subscribe, like, and share because there's more context that I'm gonna be posting around on each and every week. So let's start with USDJPY. I mean USD Chief. USD Chief, from what I see, I still see more continuation bullish move, and I'm expecting this week to still be a buy. I'm still expecting it to be a bullish move. So as we see on the weekly, we see that price swept liquidities and didn't manage to create a low. It didn't manage to create a breakout structure. So it just created this swept liquidities and started creating more bullish moves. So currently, I missed a trade. I traded around this area here, but I can't really miss it. So it's fine because I can chase the market and I'll just wait to see how it represents so as I can follow the trend. So as we look at the daily, we see that price managed to break the structures on the above, and after breaking the structures, price broke below the bullish daily candle. So, but this indicates that price this indicates that the correction move has barely started, and we could see this correction move to. I mean, sorry, let me use this. We could see this correction move sell all the way to the downside today. I mean, below of this zero point 0.5 fib before we see that bullish move to the upside. So my views on USD Chief on this week is, if market is gonna start if market is gonna start buying from where it is right now and start going upside, I'm gonna I'm gonna anticipate this. I'm sorry. I'm gonna anticipate this as a inducement because I'm gonna anticipate this as a inducement or liquidity before price comes to test the the, the fresh unmitigated zone on the above. So, but in case on this scenario, in case the price opens, in case the market opens and keeps on dipping, keeps on going down and start the correction move below this 0.0, this 0.5 on this side, this sell trade isn't gonna be valid because right now we're gonna be looking for continuation and no correction move again. So I'll only take this sell trade only if price starts correcting before going below this zero point 0.5 fib retracement. So I only look at that trade. I only look at this setup only if price keeps on going with this correction move to the outside, and I'm gonna look this as an inducement, and I won't trade nothing from here. I'll just wait to see that price sweeps this inducement, and the above first zone is gonna be my entry to take price all the way to the downside on this zero point 0.5, just for me to get that bullish move, because as we know this it's a buy. It's in a bullish momentum. So I would like to see price I would like to see price taking out these liquidities too. I would like to see price sweeping this liquidity too before going to the upside. So this is USD chief. Let's go to EURAUD. So as we can see on daily, price is still ranging on this FIB. I mean on this FG or FG. Price is still ranging on this imbalance out here, and we can see that on this price left this liquidity is down here and still couldn't manage to create a higher high. So once price comes, once price started making this correction move, price had to sweep liquidities before started going to the bullish move. As we can see on the weekly, as we see at the weekly is still on bullish because sorry, still on bullish because lastly we tested this valid demand zone and we kept on creating more highs and lows, and price didn't manage to break nothing on the left side. So this is really more bullish to coming and sweeping these swing highs out here. So I'm still expecting this to be more bullish to sweep these highs. But as we know, this is weekly and price is not gonna go as anticipated. But as we go to the daily, we're gonna have to refine it more and more just to get that buy entry. So as we go on the daily side, yeah. So here we can see that price after price sweeping this liquidities down here, um, on this price on daily nothing more usual, but on the 4 hour, this is what I saw on the 4 hour. Um, price really started moving with. I don't know if you understand, but price started disrespecting this bearish order flow and started creating a bullish order flow. What I mean about bullish order flow is this: price was going and leaving inducements, respecting the demand zones, leaving this if FVG imbalance, creating inducement, the same thing that happened here. So this is why I'm looking for buyers here just to come and target these liquidities up here. So on next week, I'm gonna be I'm not gonna be selling actually. I'm only gonna be looking to buy momentum, and only after this inducement is taken out, and we might also see this type of scenario that price might come all the way down and sweep this liquidity, and as soon as it's swept, price comes all the way up and start creating high highs. So I'm gonna catch this. Anything that's happened, I'm gonna look at it. So this is my view on URAUD. I don't want to make these videos too long, so I'm gonna jump to another pair. Mm, this is EURAUD. As we jump to the weekly, there's something I wanted you to see here. See, as we jump to the weekly, we see that price. So as we can see here, so here price on the weekly, we see, but first on the monthly, um, price on the monthly, yeah, on the monthly price, as we can see here, price couldn't manage to create a high. So price swept liquidities and started creating more correction move, but this correction move doesn't have to, this correction move doesn't have to close below this candle for us to anticipate this bullish move is still on the right side. But once we have something like this, bullish, like once we have a bearish move that closed below this zone, then this would have been an indication that price is still going to the downside. But this isn't what happened. As we can see, price managed to sweep these liquidities on the weekly. As we move, we see that we had this inducement. At first, price reacted from this inducement but failed to go and create a highs up there. So it, it actually swept the liquidities and started ranging these bearish moves. So what I'm looking often on this coming week, I see that on daily. What I'm looking actually is this. As we know that price, that's what liquidity is, and we still see that we still want to see that price come to test this down here. So my only approach is that because this was the last lower high that had created the break of structure. So once we see price closing above this lower high, that's gonna be a indication that price reacted from the imbalance move. But if price doesn't manage to create above like the way it did and keeps on creating more lower lows and lower highs, then this down here is going to be a liquidity, and I might expect this as a continuation to come and take out these liquidities before seeing a continuation to the upside. So this is my view. That's why on the 4 hour I had this anticipation that I'll be waiting here because price didn't manage to close above. So I'm waiting for this anticipation here to come and break these liquidities down here to look for more buy opportunities. So this is my view. Let me jump to another pair, GBPUSD. So on GBPUSD, price managed to create breakup structure. So price managed to create breakup structure. Um, and as we still knows that after price creates breakup structure, price actually tends to break and sweep all those internal liquidities. So price might range and come all the way up to break and sweep all these liquidities to the extreme points up there to until we see the continuation to the downside. So this is my move and my view on the 4 hour. The 4 hour we can see this. I marked this because first we had this supply zone here, but this supply zone wasn't being respected, and what invalidated this supply zone was this high low. So this is why this remains to be more valid because it was like this. This was our last supply zone that we thought that price gonna keep on going downside, but actually that wasn't the case. Price kept on going upside. So if you have any correction move, the only flips on that had invalidated the supply zone is gonna be valid for a buy trade till somewhere up there. So this is a view. My first TP is gonna be here because this is the supply zone that left an imbalance and FVG. So this is my view. I'm gonna be waiting to see how price will react after getting to this flip zone. So yeah, this is my view on GBP USD. let's carry on. So this is AUDSD. AUDNZD. This price has been ranging on more bullish move since back then. I had this analyzation back then since September, so I think now since while we were here since May, I took this buy trade and see where now it's all over 700 pips. So yeah, on the weekly you see that price managed to create break of structure with this huge strong bullish move. As we can see to the daily, on the daily you see that yeah, price managed to break of structure when it goes to the 4 hour. When it goes to the 4 hour, you see that price. First, we see that price. This is the break of structure that price break and left a valid demand zone that has a imbalance in the middle of it. So what I do want to see is I want to see price reacting and leaving this as an inducement that when it comes right back, wait. What I want to see is I want to see price going up, leaving this as an inducement, taking out, and comes all the way down, take this inducement to these demands, and I'm gonna be watching what price is gonna do right after it taps these demands on. If it breaks any lower low, if it breaks any lower time frames market structure, I'm gonna be looking for more bullish moves. So this is my view on how the zip. Let's carry on. Yes, this is AUDJPY. AUDJPY has been in a bullish momentum since then, and currently price is testing the FVG, the imbalance zone, and we've seen that price didn't manage to close below it, so it's currently respecting this imbalance. So once we go into the four hour, so this is my view. Once price, if price doesn't manage to close above this low high, then this below is gonna be it's gonna be an equal lows that needs to be swept. So if price doesn't manage to close above, this is actually gonna be an equal low, and we want to see this liquidity being taken out before the bullish move to occur. But once we have this scenario, if price breaks up and breaks this low high, then price is gonna be reacting from the FEG, and any demand zone that indicated and any demand zone that managed to break structure is gonna be our demand zone to look for mobile entries. So this is my view on how the JPY. Let's carry on. So this is my view on USDJPY. First price, after price comes, after price came and tapped this demand zone, I was expecting to see price creating break of structure above here, but price didn't manage and respected the supply zone. Price respected this supply zone. So once price started coming all the way down, I anticipated this as the liquidity that needs to be to swept before we see any buy pressure. So after price swept this liquidity, any market structure that I'm gonna see in the lower time frame, is gonna be my indication for more bullish move. So I had this market structure on the 1 hour up here, and that's why I looked for this demand zone on the 30 minutes, I guess. So I'm gonna be watching for more buy move on this side. So my last lead pair is GBPJPY. I'm gonna be looking for more bullish move on this week. I'm only gonna be looking for buys only after price sweep this inducement, and I'm gonna be looking for this buy moment.